Now, this is very interesting because the UK Labour government came into power on a very strong promise that we are not going to raise any taxes. And yet now, just 1 year into that government, it looks like we are probably going to get a significant increase in taxes, which will probably be extremely politically disastrous for this already very unpopular government.
And that's why the Labour Party has a fully costed plan to freeze energy bills this winter.
Labour would freeze council tax next year.
I call again for an immediate ceasefire in Gaza. The return of the sausages, the hostages. The return of the sausages, the hostages. It is totally unacceptable.
Let's play Spot the Difference. Go on. It's absolutely outrageous. You ready for the answer? Look at the difference in how many there are. This is a prime example of shrinkflation. Let me explain it super quick. You've probably seen all the news about inflation, which is just a measure of the rising costs of everything around you. Shrinkflation, however, is where a product stays the same price but decreases its size, just like the penguin biscuits I just showed you. But they aren't the only culprits. Digestives, 9.5% smaller. Magnum ice creams, 9.1% smaller. Quality Street, 7.7% smaller. And probably the worst one of all, Lurpak, 20% smaller. So make sure you watch out for this when you go and shop and look out for the price per gram, as this will show you if you're getting less for your money.
Let's see what the shrinkflation is like at Tesco. Dairy Dunkers for $1.75 looks good until you realise they only have 3 in the pack when they used to have 4. You get a lot of these £1 or 95p sweet bags, and you can see there's just barely anything in there compared to the original bags. This is a cheap pack of 6 McCoys, however each bag is only 25 grams. However, a regular sized bag of McCoys is 45 grams, almost double. These fridge raiders are ridiculous. You get 5 in this bag, however each little packet is only 22.5 grams. There's barely anything in there. It's mainly air. You get like 5 bites. Remember crispy rolls? You can get a bar of this for 45p with a club card or 55p otherwise. And then you get these Mars bars and these Snickers multi-packs, 4 of them. Each bar is only 39 grams. That's tiny. And then this has become the standard size for a quote-unquote big chocolate bar, 90 grams for $1.50.
They now come in a pack of 4 instead of a pack of 5 and a £1.45, whereas they used to be £1.20 for 5. Wow.
It's always, we've had to reduce the pack size of 6 slices of ham down to 5 and increase the price, and never we'll have to just accept that we're not making as much money anymore. Because the only thing that matters in the UK is if the big corporations get their profits.
UK actually batshit crazy at the moment. Like, I feel like I don't do anything. I don't go out. I don't drink. I don't have any hobbies. All I do is breathe and eat. And at the end of the month, I've spent thousands of pounds. Like, the sun has been shining for months and it's actually still so depressing. I feel like, yeah, every time I go and buy something, I do a double take and I'm like, swear that was 60p cheaper last week. Now it's like more expensive. Go and buy a coffee. Apparently it's £3.60 for a coffee now. About the same price as Geneva, one of the world's most expensive cities. I live in the north of England. The salaries here do not match the salaries in Switzerland, I'll tell you now. And I just feel like it's not sustainable for anyone. It's impacting people's mental health, and everyone just feels like they're just surviving, really.
He's saying, how much more can we screw everybody over? This is not a third world country, and it is an absolute, utter disgrace.
I want to cry when I see it. We're not a third world country. We shouldn't have people working 2-3 jobs and going to a food bank.
And what is winter looking like for you?
I hate to think what it's going to look like. I would like you just to turn the cameraman round. It ain't working.
Quite depressing.
Yeah, it is. It is. And it's getting even worse now. They're putting the petrol up as well. Everything's going up. It's ridiculous. I'm frightened. I sit indoors for 3 days. I've got a car out there. with a mobility scooter in with a hoist. But what's the point in going out when you can't afford the petrol now, the diesel I have.
Did you ever imagine that old age would leave you not being able to put your heating on?
Never in a million years. With my electricity bill, I was getting money back. Now I'm in arrears. My daughter got me a great big cardigan that I can put over 2 items of clothing, so it's even more warm and it goes down to there. Look, I've even got my night dress on now. And then...
An extra layer?
2 layers. You know, jumper and a cardigan.
Is it that bad for you?
Yeah, I am actually quite cold. I can't even afford a couple of days away somewhere. You're just sitting here watching... You're just wasting your life. It's just... I look round and think of all that I should have done and what I haven't done. And now I'm sitting here like this. Friends I've had have died, and then you sort of don't get around to making new ones because you're not going anywhere. You can't afford to go anywhere.
It was payday yesterday for me, and obviously buzzing, you know, excited. I've waited 5 weeks to get paid. I can finally start buying something that isn't a pot noodle. Pot noodle, awesome. Then the sad thing is you get paid and immediately you just have to start getting rid of all of it. Like I go on my banking app and I'm setting my rent to get paid. I go pay my electric, I pay my bills, I pay off a bit of my credit card. You have money for about 10 minutes after you get paid and then it's gone again. I don't live like a lavish, is that the right word? I don't live like a luxurious life. I don't even drive. I don't own a car. I live in a 1-bed flat. The rent is cheap because I live in the north. But I'm just like, And that's nothing to do with where I work. This is just a rant about life, really, and how it's not fair. Which sounds really like entitled, I guess. I don't know, a bit whingy, but I just want money for longer than 10 minutes. So I made a video talking about how even after payday, I have like no money left. And a bunch of you left a lot of comments saying that you also feel the same way and you end up stressing about money even like immediately after payday. And that video wasn't about my job. I get paid well. It's just I live alone. And so, you know, I've got bills to pay, and I also try to enjoy my time. In that original video, I said I don't live a lavish life, a luxurious life. I like to go out to places. I like to go eat nice food. I don't spend ridiculous money. I don't buy new clothes. I shop at charity shops. I buy my food from Aldi or Lidl. And I try to be as cheap as possible. In fact, the running joke with my group of friends and my family and where I work is that I'm incredibly stingy. And I won't really pay for anything brand new. But I still end up scrambling for money at the end of the month. And even when I'm very stingy, I've got like £100 left before payday. And it's just very stressful. And that's purely to do with the cost of living crisis that we're currently facing in the UK. I don't have a solution for it, but it just sucks and it's scary, especially when you live alone.
Is Britain really broken? Or is there still hope for change? Let me know in the comments. If you got something from this, drop a like, hit subscribe and share it around. This is the Broken Britain Report. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.
The big top line picture is that there are going to be significant increases on taxation of the middle class.